Marcel Fleury. St. Thomas Becket was born in London in 1118 to a noble family of Norman origin. In his early life, his education was provided by the monks of the Merton Convent, that was a small abbey located in the center of London that served as a school local. Later, he studied in France and at the University of Bologna and was distinguished by his intellectual qualities. When he was 24, he was about to die because he fell into a water channel and was dragged away by the current to a mill, which stopped instantly when Thomas approached the blades. Thomas took that event as a warning and got a position as his assistant to Theobald, the Archbishop of England, a job in which he would rise quickly. In 1154, he became a deacon of the Diocese of Canterbury, and the year after, the new King of England, Henry II, appointed him Chancellor of the realm. Thomas was the most trusted man of the monarch. He lived a hectic life in the midst of the privileges of power. However, he was always very generous with the poor and showed great inner freedom, even before the king, of whom he became not only an advisor, but his very best friend. In 1161, on the death of Archbishop of Canterbury, Pope Alexander III named him Archbishop. That appointment was strongly supported by his good friend, King Henry II. But, taking advantage of the opportunity, Henry II wanted to limit the freedom and independence of the Catholic Church in England with the constitutions of Clarendon. And he asked Thomas to sign the charter that limited the prerogatives of the Church. Thomas, aware of his new position as Archbishop, refused to sign because he said, "My duties and obligations are more with God than with an earthly king." Thomas Becket introduced the Reformist postulates in England on the total independence of the national ecclesiastical structure with respect to the wishes of the king. The friend of a time thus became, in the eyes of the king, a great enemy. This marked the beginning of his bad relationship with King Henry II, who did not cease in his efforts to complete the path of Thomas Becket as Archbishop with obstacles. He sent him into exile, and he lived in a Cistercian monastery for 6 years in France. When he returned to his Canterbury, it is said that one day King Henry II said, "There can be no more peace in my kingdom while Becket lives." For this reason, he ordered him to be assassinated. 4 assassins entered the church where he was praying and shouted, "Where is Thomas the traitor?" And he answered, "I am here, but not as a traitor, but as a bishop and a priest of God." And he added, "I accept death for the name of Jesus and for the church." This is an extraordinary Christian testimony of someone who had been a man of power, used to commanding, who was now stabbed to death inside his cathedral. He died as a servant of Christ and a martyr because he refused to renounce the faith, and he knew how to defend and guard the freedom of the Catholic Church with his life. It was December 29, 1117. He was barely 52 years old. The shock caused by his murder was immense beyond the confines of Great Britain, because everyone recognized him as a true man of God, and friends with God, we always win.